Hey, what up, guys? Just checked out this movie I haven't seen since I was probably like 10 years old, and that's Carrie. And I saw this on like a VHS I rented back in the day, and I remember not digging it too much. But when I saw this was on sale, I think for $14.99 at Best Buy, I was just walking through and decided let's try it again. It's Scream Factory release. I haven't seen it in ages, so see if it grows on me. And pleased to say it did grow on me. I liked it a lot better than when I was a kid, which I think you can appreciate this more when you're older for some reason. But I think everyone knows the story of Carrie. Sissy Spacek plays Carrie. She's a loner. She's really awkward, really weird. All the kids at school pick on her, and her mom is this really religious nut. Like, that's the best word. She's just a nutcase, and played awesomely by Piper Laurie, who I put two and two together, and she's from Twin Peaks too, which I actually first saw her in. So I thought that was cool that she was in it. But she's the scariest part of the movie. Towards the end, when she goes off the deep end and she has the knife and everything, like the look in her face and the whole vibe of that whole scene was pretty creepy. But basically, these girls are picking on her, and the coach lady, tells them all what they did was really nasty and all that. So one of the girls starts to have, starts to show some emotion, and she said, she feels bad for Carrie, so she lets her boyfriend, who's William Catt from The Great American Hero, and I think he's from House too. I could be wrong on that, but yeah, she asks him to take Carrie to the prom, which he reluctantly agrees, and she has good intentions with all that, but the coach, no one believes her, none of the teachers believe her. But William Catt ends up taking her to the prom, and Carrie's mom's telling her, they'll all laugh at you, the whole deal. But all the other girls who are making fun of her don't feel that same, they don't feel bad. So they come up with a plan. They're going to slaughter a pig and dump the blood on her at the prom and make a fool of her and all that. And that's the general storyline, and then she ends up snapping. It's a really entertaining movie. It's over pretty quickly, and it's more fun than I remember. It's not a whole lot of time passes in this movie. You kind of get a few days of her in school, and then it's the prom, and then it's kind of ended. It's kind of like it's hard to explain, but it takes place in like a really short period of time. So not a whole lot happens, but it's cool seeing some genre people in this, like PJ Souls, who I think looks hotter than ever in this movie. This is the hottest I've seen her. She plays what she plays in every single movie, like a rock and roll kind of chick from the 80s, high school, or 70s this would have been. But John Travolta, obviously, really cool seeing him. He plays a really good douchebag in this. Like I said, William Catt from American Hero, and Piper Laurie from Twin Peaks, and of course Sissy Spacek and Nancy Allen from RoboCop. And she really proves how good of an actress she is, because I like her and everything. Like, I liked her in RoboCop and what is it? Oh my God, Dressed to Kill. I liked her in that. So it's kind of like it's strange seeing her such a bitch in this movie, because me personally, I really hated her character in this movie, but it was meant to be like that. But yeah, it's just a really good movie. There's a lot of nudity in the beginning, which is kind of cool. Now, this thing is loaded with special features. It's just a lot. Disc 1 has new 4K scan of the original negative and a Carrie franchise trailer gallery. Disc 2 has new interviews with the writer, editor, actors Piper Laurie, PJ Souls, Nancy Allen, William Catt, a bunch of other people involved in the movie. There's a new Horrors Hallowed Grounds, which is really cool, revisiting the film's original locations. Interviews with actors Sissy Spacek, Nancy Allen, which are older interviews, ported over from the older releases. Interviews with Brian De Palma and the people involved in making Carrie. A look at Carrie the musical, TV spots, radio spots, still gallery, rare behind-the-scenes photo, and a Stephen King kind of text gallery history of Carrie, which is kind of cool. So this thing is loaded with features. It's definitely worth the $15 or $10, whatever you find it for. The transfer looked really good in most scenes. There was a couple scenes where the grain was like off the chain, like really hardcore, especially in the opening scene, but that's just the way the movie is. I mean, it's an old movie. It's from '76, so. But for the most part, the movie looked really good. I actually, this got me excited to watch the Scream Factory double feature of the made-for-TV movie and the Rage Carrie 2, which I got coming on the way from Amazon. So I will have a review of that double feature soon. I didn't think I was going to pick that release up, but after watching this, I had to order it. Now, I gotta say too, that's the new art, and I think it's awful. I really don't like that new art. So I'm glad they kept the I'm assuming this is like an original one-sheet art that they have as the cover, which I like a lot better. Really cool. And that scene in particular when she's drenched in blood and the faces she's making and stuff, really eerie. So yeah, really glad I picked this up. And if you haven't seen it, which would be shocking, definitely check it out. And yeah, definitely pick it up. But anyways, guys, peace.